Belt plank. Rolling. I need to walk around his head, let's say from one side to the other. Look, I'm gonna walk around. Okay? I'm not gonna do this. Okay? With all that planking and stiffness of space. I'm gonna roll the hips because first of all, I gotta roll over this frame right here. Because as he's framing me here, he's framing me here. This frame's only as good as this frame right here. Okay? So I gotta break down this frame by rolling my hip into it. He's committed to this frame right here. He can't really move it. I'm either gonna pull it up, he pulls it down, I push it down, and then I carefully roll over it. Because he's gonna wanna straighten it, just because it's gonna tweak his arm. From here, okay, I'm gonna roll the hips. I gotta move my hand out of the way. Somebody get that baby. I'm gonna roll my hand right here. I'm gonna move it here, and my right hand goes to this hip. As I roll the hip, roll the hip, roll the hip right here. Okay. If I want to keep going, I'm gonna keep rolling the hip. See, I'm controlling his head. Okay. And I'm far away from his threat of half guard. As I'm rolling the hip and I'm blocking his hip right here. As I'm rolling the hip and turning his head, it's not fun, but it's better than this. Okay, we're rolling. One hip down. Good. Come around this way here. Yeah, see how the arms are out of the way? And I can begin to mount here. And I can mount. But the point is, I need to roll the hips. I say it just so that it will stick in your head. Just as keep it bent. And lean it back, reeling it in. Straight. So I'm rolling the hips. Why? If I'm here and he does movements where his hip starts moving out and he gets a knee in, I'm already in an open guard. I already don't have side. Side control, side control. So I need to control the head here as I'm rolling the hip over this arm. Just if you bend it too much, it's gonna hurt. Yeah. So I move my hands out of the way. Look, in order to walk it angled north-south, which I'll show you what it is, you gotta get this hand out of the way because then it gets in the way. So you go reverse cross face, block the hip, roll the hip, and I want to be here, okay? I'm blocking the hip, I'm controlling his arm here. Because you got to remember here, this arm is in a threatened position, okay? If you start driving it forward here, okay? You have a straight arm lock here. It's very, very simple. Or if you roll his thumb down, you have a kimura right here, and the leg's already over the head, okay? If he begins to put it back over my head, that's fine. Because what I really want is to control his head, and I want to pull out his right lapel, near lapel on that side. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to cross face here, and I'm going to feed this lapel right here, okay? So different people do different stuff with it. What's nice to do here is to begin to torque it here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to drive my shoulder in his face here, finish it this way, or I'm gonna get my hand in the game right here, knee, hip, and I'm gonna just punch and pull. Okay? The key is to set this up. You can do it from your own side control. And also remember, chest pressure is no good. This right here doesn't control him at all. That's your secondary pressure, is your chest. Your primary pressure is your core, your belly button, is this. And keeping your hands off the mat. Because if my hands are on the mat, I make it a bridge. And typically if your head is down, you're curving your back, you're bowing your back. So there's a nice curvature, unless you have a big center console, but still, you know, if you do this, and get your hands off and pull the head, it's a lot more power. Like even here, I feel it's like rib sternum, slide up, and then roll the hip here, okay? As I switch my hands, roll it this way, so that my right hand can grab his lapel here, okay? I'm gonna just keep this in my hand as I go back to this control here. Another option we're gonna explore is see how now my chest is on him? It's for a reason. It's because I want my hand to go through, and I want my hand, and I drive, and I want my hand to go through right here, so that it's kind of like what we did yesterday, but it's like a reverse punch choke. Hello there, young man. Very nice to have you. What is your name?
Jake Lamar.
Jake.
Yes, sir.
Welcome, buddy. Okay. So, first and foremost, rolling the hips. Okay. Yeah. Look. See how my left hip is up? One hip up, one hip down. The pressure's with the right hip now, but I'm gonna roll it to my left hip as my right hand blocks his hip. I feel myself sliding off. I'm gonna slide up, and now see my hip on his face? Yeah. And then I'm gonna roll it this way here, as now I'm in a good position here. Because now, as I slide up, I can lift my head up, I can grab that lapel. I can grab it with this hand for now. I can grab it with this hand. As I come back, past it here. From here, you just gotta make sure you get it tight enough here. And sometimes here, you can just drive with your shoulder here and finish. But what's nice here is that you get your hand under and punch it all the way through, because they think they can roll away. But first and foremost, roll the hips. Just practice rolling the hips, walking all the way around. So look, I want to walk around the hip. I'm gonna use off the mat, reverse crossface, near crossface, reverse crossface. I'm always torquing his head, so it's offline. Move this hand and this hand. Rolling left, rolling right, rolling left, rolling right. And oftentimes you'll wind up in this, okay? Because here, you're in a good position to mount. Dismount. Rolling the hips right across the face. Yes, right there. Aha, yeah, he doesn't want that triangle here. Not a problem. He's working there. I can roll it right back. And here the arms get out of position because it's not comfortable to have your hips on somebody's face. And they typically use their hands. Yes, 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 yes. See, the hands come out of position. You can attack key locks. You can attack Kimuras here. Block the hip with the right and keep your elbow pinched here. Because from here, what you can do is you can begin to get your hand right here for a Kimura or a straight arm lock here, Kimura here, okay? Or you'll have a whole bunch of stuff here. Because then you have also this lapel here. You have a good control here. You can step over the head here. You can pull this. You can grab this. This all kind of, well, it's all off of rolling the hips, okay? So let's roll the hips, okay? 1, 2, 3. You know you're hard.